Hello, viewers and subscribers. I know it has been a while since I last posted a video. I wrote a post addressing this. However, just in case you did not read or see it, I will repeat it here. The reason why my Trump voice is not used very often is not due to a lack of interest or burnout. Rather, the technology is experimental, and the process of making it currently remains time-consuming and mentally draining. To give you an idea of what that is like, you should imagine different technologies all being used for a different purpose just for one video. I require up to 2 hours just to produce a 19-minute reaction video. Very time-consuming, even in the best conditions. So I had two options. I could wait until the technology improved and not post anything, but that would have been a bummer for me and you. Or I could just use this alternative. I am using native speech generation that is on Google AI Studio to make faster voices at the cost of not having Trump. Therefore, I choose the latter over the former. Trump's voice is not gone, he is just on leave while he governs our country. When the website and apps are available from the good people at Showrunner, he will be back and badder than ever. So just wait and we will see him again in future episodes. In the meantime, we have some fantastic Umar Dunbar debunkling. Enjoy!
The University of Michigan has fired head football coach Sherrone after an investigation into an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Now, Moore has been detained by police as well.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
What are the snow bunny rules? What are the rules of interracial mating and dating that the white man has gave the black man?
Well, that depends. In the real world that is governed by laws, the rules are consent from both parties, and they must be at least 18 years old or older. These rules are also consistent with the fact that interracial marriage has been legal since 1967 and the fact a federal law protects it since 2022. However, since this is a question posed by Umar Dunbar, who lives in a whole different universe populated by himself, the answer to this question, like all his questions, are known only in his brain, since that is the only place they exist.
Because up until 67, you could go to jail for dating a white girl, lose your life for dating a white girl, get your reproductive sliced off your body for dating a white girl.
True, but you are also someone with a similar mindset. You always say, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. You display open hostility to any black man that dates or marries a white person. While you have not told people they should go to jail or mutilate them for it, you do support discrimination and criminalization of it by calling these black men traitors.
There's 3 rules snow bunny Negroes must follow. Rule number 1. Black men can only date the white women that white men do not want.
Okay, what law supports this rule then? Are you just assuming that the coach was fired and arrested because he slept with a white person, or do you have an actual source of information? I don't know about you people, but I need something a little more concrete than word of mouth to convince me there is a rule I have to follow before I do it. Even if we were to agree with him on this, how the fuck would it work? Do white women have signs that say, free white woman to date because white folks don't want me? The whole concept is retarded.
You can have the leftovers. You can have the sleep-arounds. You can have the hoes. You can't have the women we desire. If she's married, she's desired by the white male. You can't take a white woman from a white man. That is a violation of the Snow Bunny Code of Conduct for Negroes.
A code of conduct that has no legal standing, no paperwork, and, oh, right, does not exist. Also, why do you have to keep objectifying women with food? Are you a cannibal as well as a scammer, Umar?
Of white power. Rule number 3. Don't you ever get caught sleeping with a desired white woman. If they catch you with one of their wives, if they catch you with an unmarried white woman who they consider desirable, they will destroy you.
Or the lesson might be don't have an inappropriate relationship at the workplace, and also do your research as for why someone gets arrested. You, Umar, are such a lazy individual. You look at a video and say, see, a black man got fired and he was dating a white woman. Case closed. No, Umar, that is not the extent of the story. Since you won't tell the truth, I will. Sherrone Moore was arrested for breaking into the home of said coworker he had a relationship with and threatened to kill himself after she ended her relationship with him. He was fired after the university found out about the relationship, and that happened hours before he was arrested. This means his firing for the inappropriate relationship and the reason for his arrest are different. You might be asking why Umar is claiming the coach dating a white woman caused the coach's downfall. The answer demonstrates Umar's lack of research. He wasn't looking for facts or to give an educated opinion. He made the simple observation that since the coach is black and the woman is white, then claiming it was caused by interracial relations would further his platform in scamming. Hence, he is stating his usual, black folks listen to me before the evil white people get you routine. If you really want to know a story, do the research and stop assuming people like Umar have all the answers.
It's not about adultery. This is about teaching black men to know your place when it comes to fraternizing with white women. As far as the white man is concerned, you should be happy. We let you have our leftovers. You should be happy that we let you have our leftovers. Be happy with the white women we let y'all have.
You know, Umar, if you chose a career as a clown, you could have made the same millions you got from scamming people with this nonsense. I'm curious as for how he seems to know so much about white people when he claims he doesn't date white people, don't associate with white people, and tells you that you can't even be friends with them. Call me crazy, but I think a man who lied about his education, got banned from practicing psychology in a state, and cancels events all the time, might not be the best guy to trust information to.
Michael Jordan was happy with the one we let him have. Charles Barkley was happy with the one we let him have. Tiger Woods was happy with the one we let him have. You Negroes forgot that you are not white. Only white men can sleep with married white women and get away with it. I'm going to say it again. Only white men can sleep with married white women and get away with it. Let me say it one more time. Only white men can sleep with married white women and get away with it.
Umar is just insulting black people at this point. He is saying that any black person who gets involved with a married white woman is doomed to failure because they are lower than white men who can get away with it. I don't particularly care about marriage. Marriage is a personal thing that I have no stake in. However, since most people find the art of marriage to be a divine thing that ought to be respected, why would you want anyone getting away with breaking it regardless of race? Umar is trying so hard to make this a racial thing. He's trying to convince his audience that the issue is about a black man sleeping with a white married woman and not the burglary that are the actual charges. It is not the 1950s anymore, Umar Dumbar. No one cares about that. Infidelity is not even an arrestable offense in all but one state. Even then, it's so rarely prosecuted that it's a joke.
The Snow Bunny rules. Number 1, you can only have white leftovers. Number 2, you can never take a white woman who's desired by white men. You can only have what they don't want. Number 3, only white men can get away with sleeping with married white women.
Why the fuck is he repeating this dumb shit? We heard this speech already. You rant about a case you did not research and are portraying it as an example for a belief system that you cannot validate otherwise. Get some new material, dude. We should not have to hear you repeat yourself 5 times to make the same dumbass points. Just say it once, take the L, and move on. Too easy.
You can sleep with her, you can marry her, you can give her your seed, she can have your babies. But at the end of the day, she is a member of the white race and her loyalty is with her people. When you date a white woman, she is always in charge, never you. Does anybody remember 21-year-old Eeverette Roman Jackson? He drowned in a lake or a river after he went snow bunny rafting with his white Mormon girlfriend and 3 of her friends. So Eeverette flies to Boise. His snow bunny Mormon tries to take him into a Mormon wedding. They reject him because he was black.
Classic Umar strategy. Tell a common believed lie 'cause it sounds good. And do not worry about the truth. In reality, however, Eeverette Roman Jackson was a 21-year-old college basketball player for Louisiana State University Eunice, LSU Eunice. He became the subject of a high-profile search and rescue operation in June 2022 after going missing while tubing on the Payette River in Idaho. As for the wedding claim, there is no credibility. The internet created it, and no evidence exists that he was rejected for being black. So, once again, the great Umar Detective Agency did what it does best. He lies his ass off to fool other black people for their money. Honestly, the black community should feel insulted when Umar lies this bluntly. He is not even trying to hide his deception. He thinks he will just be believed, and no one will do research.
He should have went home. He should have went home right then. They rejected him. Then he goes white water rafting. Why did the ancestor go with them on the water, brother? If you can't go in the church, if you can't go to the wedding, you don't go to the water.
I agree. If a family told you that they didn't like you because you are black, you wouldn't go tubing because they would not have invited you. The narrative that Umar is giving makes no sense. He wants you to believe that Roman was rejected by his white girlfriend's family. The family then let him go tubing with them. Does that sound like something a racist family would do? His girlfriend would not have even been his girlfriend if she agreed with her family to reject him. Therefore, you should realize Umar doesn't know anything thanks to the following. He has no evidence, the rumors are debunked, and the logic simply isn't there.
She says she grabbed onto a branch and he reached down to get his cell phone, and in reaching down to get his cell phone, he fell in. What's wrong with that story?
Well, the problem would be the fact you have zero information or testimony to confirm that is actually what she said. But it was funny to see you get animated and look like a fucking buffoon.
They were white water rafting. What do we know about white water rafting? The water is moving quickly. If you drop your cell phones don't float. Most cell phones do not float. Do you understand me? And with the white water rafting going, the minute he dropped that phone, it was gone. The minute there's no way you can reach down to get the phone because the water took the phone.
Are you saying the fact he could have just reached for his phone as it was falling off in an effort to save it isn't possible? I don't believe this is actually what she said in her statement. The statement itself remains possible even if it is what she said.
What, he gonna jump to the bottom of the river and get the phone? How deep was that stream? How deep? Come on, y'all. Come on, brothers and sisters. Come on, brothers and sisters. None of them called the police. It was a stranger who saw him went over who called the police. An unidentified stranger. Nobody searched for his body. His family came to Boise, Idaho to search for the boy's body. Why would you let your son go visit a member of the Mormon church?
Yep. Just keep lying, Umar, dumbass bar. No one is going to find out this is for propaganda purposes. You got this, dumbass.
Did you know the Mormon church used to believe, and some still do, that black people were less righteous? And therefore we did not get the full benefit of blessings from God? Our black skin made us less righteous. Brigham Young, one of the leaders of the Mormon church, Brigham Young said black people were the color of the devil. He said the devil was black. Brigham Young used to teach that the devil was black. And he said because black people were cursed with the color of the devil, that justified our slavery.
And you are no better than him. You spend all the time glorifying blackness as supreme and superior, and deny white people being human. You complain about the very oppression you don't have sympathy for others. You actively have tried to oppress blacks themselves by demanding free labor from them. You're just a hypocrite whose anger at injustice stems from not being allowed to do it yourself.
If you don't believe me, go do your research. The Mormon church taught that the devil was black, that black people were cursed with the curse of Ham on Canaan for uncovering Noah's nakedness. So we have the curse of Canaan upon us. We are the color of the devil. We cannot receive the blessings of God. And the only reason why God allowed us to stay on the planet Earth, the only reason why God allowed us to stay on the planet Earth is so we could continue to tempt the righteous to come into the way of the devil. Lord have mercy.
Right, whereas you say blacks deserve to own the planet and that whites exist only to be enemies of Africans. You are literally the same person as the one you are mentioning. You don't believe in equality and teach that racial supremacy is the ultimate path to peace.
You shouldn't be snow bunny hopping anyway. But if you're going to snow bunny hop, don't go hopping in the Mormon church. The Mormon church is not the place you need to be looking for a snow bunny. You know what? I'm going to have to teach a class on how to survive the snow bunny crisis. I'm going to have to teach a class on how to survive the snow bunny crisis. I'm going to have to teach a class on how to survive the snow bunny crisis so you don't lose your life or lose your job.
You are going to teach a class? You, the one who said he was going to deliver an entire school? The black community already gave you $4 million. You made absolutely no effort to return said money, yet you now want to say that you plan to run a single class. He is the most delusional person I ever met. He literally posted this video about teaching, and he never taught a damn thing in his life. He did not even do the research on this subject of either the coach or the drowning victim. The facts of both cases are the opposite to what he claimed here. All I had to do was photo a few searches to debunk him. He is a fucking moron. No, strike that. He is King Moron, from the Moron Dynasty. Anyways, that is all we have time for in this court case. See you all in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe.